Hello, everyone. So, we are back with the third lecture of the series. In the previous two lectures, we have dealt with nouns, the four types of nouns. Then we have done numbers, singular, plural, how to change from singular and plural. There are a few, rules, few tenets. Now we are coming to an end of this module. That is the first module, 1.1.3. Now this is it is 1.3. Here we'll be talking about genders, and genders here mostly refers to the biological ones. So the first uh, and the second genders, which are most important, the feminine gender and the masculine gender. These two are very important. Then we have two new addition. Very few people know about it. That's it. That is known as the common gender and the neuter gender. The common gender is something which is common to both masculine and both feminine, and neuter gender is something which doesn't have any kind of life. Those are things, means they are not able to produce biologically. They cannot breathe or something like that. They cannot produce biologically. So these are inanimate objects. For example, table, chair. These are mostly common nouns. So that's it. That's the four parts of gender. Now let us see what we have in store. So genders, as I've already told you, the masculine, the male, feminine, the female, common, which are both masculine and feminine, mainly post. And then we have the neuter gender, that is if the gender without life. So it's neutral. Uh, don't It's neutral, but when you're writing, it's neuter, N-E-U-T-R. And the most important thing we are going to learn over here is that how to change from masculine to feminine. Just like the numbers, we are going to use some rules. Okay, so let us see what we have in. And I've already told you biology is the criteria for different genders, that is a masculine and feminine. Uh, Female reproductive organ, male reproductive organ, male characteristic, female characteristic. That's how it's masculine and feminine. And gender without life is common noun, basically. uh, Not common gender. Don't confuse between common gender and neuter gender. These are common nouns and without any kind of life. I already mentioned. That's it. Obviously, a table, there's chair, there's ball, there's bat, there's train, there's a plane. These are without life, and these are common, and that's neuter gender. Everything has got a gender over here. Now we'll come to the first rule of transformation, right? So here the rule is very simple. You have to use a completely different word for the feminine part. For example, bride, groom, father, mother, uncle, aunt, boy, girl, brother, sister, sir, madam, king, queen. There is no hard and fast rule over here. So basically, you have to mug up. That's so simple, right? King becomes queen, but emperor is empress. That's a different thing. Try and understand. Father and mother, brother and sister, boy, girl, sir, madam, actor and actress. That's a different thing. So you are just changing few of the words, few of the letters, not words, few of the letters. There are some rule attached to it, but this is basically the rule of chaos. You just need to mug up. There is no hard and fast rule over here. So different word for every masculine noun. Now we have the second rule of transformation by adding syllable, suffix, ess, ine, trix, a, etc. For example, host, the feminine is hostess, actor is actress, poet is poetess, priest is priestess, murderer is murderess, waitress, emperor, empress. Just now I told you, prince, princess, master, mistress, hero, heroine, executor, executrix, sultan, sultana. Now that's a royal filly. So sultana, you are using a, right? Tricks, execute tricks, ine, right? You are hero, with hero you are adding up the suffix ine. Then e double s, actor is actress, host is hostess, murder is murderess, waiter is waitress, emperor is empress, prince is princess. So that's really easy. These are the basic level. But yes, this lecture is for those people who doesn't remember, who need to revise, so those who have very limited, what should I say, materials, who didn't have the you know environment to read the rules of grammar. So this is your chance. Do it. Now we go to the next rule of transformation. That is if substituting a feminine word for a masculine in a compound word. A compound word is always the two words, right? So here the son becomes daughter. See, you have to choose the masculine word. In stepson and milkman, man is the masculine one. In stepson, son is the masculine one. So you just change, the masculine one, right? So that's it. Let us see some examples. I don't remember all the examples. I guess milkman is always milkmaid. A landlord becomes landlady. Stepson becomes stepdaughter. Uh, great uncle becomes great aunt. Grandmother becomes grandfather. Granddaughter becomes grandson. Schoolmaster becomes schoolmistress. I guess you're getting the fact what I'm trying to say. So don't change the, you know which identify the relation, which identify a profession. Well, relation is stepdaughter, stepson, stepfather, and the idea, the profession or something like the milkman, milkmaid. So change the man to maid. Now this is the thing. Now there is something known as, there are only masculine. You cannot have the, sometimes in common gender, for the example of actor. So if you look at the Filmfare Awards nowadays, it becomes male actor, female actors. Previously it used to be actors, best actor, best actress. Okay, so things are changing now. Sometimes the masculine words are used in the common gender also. So actor refers to both being male, both being female. Okay, so these masculine nouns are used in common gender. For example, author, doctor. Doctor is a profession. Lawyer is a profession. Mankind, poet, teacher. You cannot identify the gender or the sex of the person, right? Actor, author, doctor, lawyer. Now they have used the word man. Here we refers to the mankind, humanity. Man is the father. Father is the man is the father, child of the father, or something like that. If you go to poetic lines or something like, every man should do his duty. It doesn't refer to, it doesn't refer to the only man in the house, or it refers to the female, the child, and everyone. So it has become, nowadays, with the evolution of language is becoming less more sexist. So that's why we have exceptions over here. Let us see the next thing. Now these are the exceptions, means only feminine nouns are used over here. For example, cow, gaumata. Cow is basically female gender, right? Duck is female. Bee is also female. Duck, the male part is drake, but you will hardly see any people using such kind of words. So it's common for both the genders. So duck, it is cow, it is bee. Now there are some things known as the corresponding one, means some masculine doesn't have a corresponding feminine. So these are basically common noun, right? Sorry, not common noun, common gender. So captain, judge, knight. Now you need to understand that language was developed long ago, when these professions are only for men, right? The person, the square who used to look after the knight, the person and the knight in the shining armor or something like damsel in distress. Damsel is always female. So that's the thing. So men have tried to identify the profession with the gender. So knight is, obviously you have to understand, it's a male. But nowadays there are many female in the army. There are lady battalions. We had, uh, in INS, Subhash Chandra Bose INS, Indian National Army, there was the first Jhansi Brigade, female brigade was there. So things are changing slowly. Maybe after a few years, this thing corresponding was masculine have no corresponding feminine. This tagline will disappear, right? Okay. So and then there is corresponding one. Some feminine doesn't have any corresponding masculine form. For example, housewife is the mistress of the house. But if you watch a movie like Ki and Ka, where Arjun Kapoor plays the role of a house husband, so things are changing, because even nowadays girls are very much ambitious. They are into career, and they are much more successful than the men. That's it. So things are changing, and I think we should bring the other genders also over here, but it will take some time. So these are the things where you won't get the masculine counterparts, a housewife. Now here it is written virgin, unmarried. Virgin also refers to a man over here. 40 still virgin, 40-year-old virgin. There's a Hollywood movie. So things are changing, but you need to keep in mind that these were the things from ancient times. Flirt also be so if a guy is flirtatious, basically that becomes playboy, that is Casanova. Flirtatious always go for the woman. Changes. For example, lover is always the man, beloved is always the female. Virago, a turbulent woman, the wagger. Then there is the sultry serene, use the sexist language, sultry serene, enticing woman. This brunette, there is blonde, now there is brunette, dark complexion. This prude, a woman of affected modesty. So these are the things. I hope you are clear with that. Uh, Try to listen to the lecture twice or thrice, then everything will be. You can take a screenshot of the slides. So that's it. That's the end of noun. So we have done numbers, nouns, nouns, type of nouns, numbers, and gender. Thank you. Thank you all.